All right. So I saw this thing on Instagram, and I'm gonna read it to you. Let me not blind you out. I'm just gonna read it to you. Something to the effect of before you get married. Before you get married, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna come here and share with the Prestige family. See what their thoughts is about it. Whatever you think about this, just let me know in the chat, in the comments rather. Right. But let's dive into it. Let's see. It says before you get married. This was posted by some platform called Income Yard. Okay, so this ones are probably looking for followership, which is fine. Before you get married, it says discuss bills. I guess parenting styles, credit, debt, religion. That's 5. Okay. How to deal with family. 7. What beliefs will be instilled in your children? 8. Childhood traumas. 9. Sexual expectations. 10. Partner expectations. Let me go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 11. Financial expectations. 12. Family health history. 13. Mental health history. 14. Bucket list. 15. Dream home. 16. Careers and education. 17. Political view and what else comes to mind. So they couldn't even end it at 17. The person said, and what else comes to mind. Okay. Now, I want to go through some of the comments and see what the people are saying, because clearly this kind of things is the kind of things that people are looking for today. It goes viral, you know. Let me see who is here. Not too far, you. Hope you're doing well. All right. So this is 17. No, the 17th one says, 18th one says, and whatever else comes to mind. But let me look at some of these comments, right? This platform is called Income Yard, and you know they're probably looking for followers, and they know that this kind of things will get people talking more than they actually prepare for marriage. Anyway, somebody said discussions doesn't mean agreement. You definitely have to talk about it. All right. So of course, agree. Yeah, I'm gonna hit like on that. Somebody said, why isn't a relationship with God on the list? Good question, but I'm gonna guess quickly. That's an easy one. You know, maybe not everybody believes in God, right? That is single-handedly the most important one. Couples that pray together have a divorce rate of less than 1%. Where did the studies come from? Okay, now I agree that couples that are on the same page, okay, including they want to pray or they don't want to pray, if they're on the same page, they're probably going to not end up in divorce, right? But anyway, this is the person's personal belief, and that's okay, that's all right. He's right, okay? It says pretty impressive when average divorce rate these days is over 50%. Oh, 1% to 50%, right? Yeah, pretty impressive. Yeah. But where's the studies? Anyway, I believe that couples that are on the same page would definitely be less than, if they're on the same page, it's almost impossible that they will divorce, But all there are some that are on the same page and they end up in divorce. What do you mean? All right. Somebody says simple. Don't marry. See, I agree with this person. If you have the 17 things on your list right here, right? They make sense on paper, but I don't know if you need to be getting married. I just don't know. What? Not because the words don't make sense themselves, right? It's just that you're probably going to, you see how overwhelming that list is? You're probably going to overwhelm your partner in the relationship. It's probably not going to work. Not because these things are not accurate, correct on paper, but because emotions will be your mate, and the emotions will be more of a reflection of the reality of things rather than what you've written on paper somewhere. But anyway, let's continue. Somebody says mental health. What's that supposed to mean? You're supposed to leave them as soon as you discover they order family got the other family got some problems, right? Because there's a mental health history here, right? Like think about it, like for a second. If you're discussing these things, right? Chingy Alpha, how you doing? Right? If you're discussing mental health history, and and they follow the other rule that we tend to set, which is, honesty is the best policy, right? And they're like, yeah, I had a mom, no, sorry, a grandmother who basically lost their sense at the age of 55, right? The question is that, would you stay in that situation? Would you stay? And if you stayed, would this worry your mind, and would this start to tamper with your mindset? So this person said, mental health, what is that supposed to mean? You're supposed to leave them as soon as you discover some kind of family got some problems? Keep the bloodline pure or some shit? This person said, a lot of people seem to be missing the point here. No, we get the point. All of this makes sense on paper. The point is very clear, okay? All of this makes sense. Right? A lot of people seem to be missing the point here. It's easy to get carried away with rose-tinted glasses when you're in a relationship. Not only is it easy, it's the natural thing to happen. Like, we would want you to kind of like, romance, right? You're especially in 2023 and beyond. You kind of like want to be into the person that you're with to an extent that you have to like wake up. Right? That's actually the normal behavior. See, when you're moving like you're a robot and you're no longer carried away anymore, you just want to ask all 18,000 questions. By the way, this 18 questions is not all it is. It's probably going to be about 18,000 altogether. Why? 18,000. That doesn't make sense. Our mind, our imaginations has no limit. Okay? If you have room for all of these questions and you memorize them, there's probably another additional 17,983 questions, right? Discussions that you will need to feel satisfaction about in order to be able to move forward, right? Yeah, I'm basically saying it's almost impossible. I'm saying, yeah, that's why I agree with the person that said, don't marry. Is it by force? Don't marry now, right? Anyway, there's really just one thing you have to figure out when it comes to this marriage of a thing, but we'll talk about that in a second. Resulting in this person, a lot of people seem to be missing the point here. It's easy to get carried away with rose-tinted glasses when you're in a relationship. Okay, that's how a lot of people end up getting divorced, because they realize that while they had chemistry, they weren't compatible. They had chemistry, but they weren't compatible. Can we decompose each one of the sides? What is chemistry? What is compatibility? I'm guessing not. It just sounds cute. It's just, chemistry, compatibility. Which one is more important? On paper, obviously compatibility, right? On paper. But how does this play out in real life? We don't have time for that in social media. You don't have time for that. Resulting in disagreements and fights. Having these conversations before you tie the knot can save you from a lot of misery in the future. Now, I don't disagree with having conversations. It's just about how you do it, right? It's just like exactly what do you mean? How are you going to go about this conversations? Is this a situation where you are check, or you're actually getting to know a person? So when you get to know a person, right, you will leave room for a lot more information that you probably would not get if you go there with this mindset of a 17 checklist question. You get a lot more questions. Not only that, you will get your vibe. You will feel on them. You will know, right? Now, you might not get mental health history, right? So it just depends, right? But the most important things, right? If you're a whole full-bodied person is in front of you that you're attracted to, you're going to get the most out of them by just getting to know them, by being authentically curious about getting to know this person without any attachment to the outcome. Because it's not everybody you go on a date with that you have to sleep with. It's not everybody that you have to marry, right? But listen, it's just a complex issues. So I want to acknowledge that having this conversation before you tie the knot can save you a whole lot of misery in there. The thing is that if before you tie the knot, I would hope you've had a lot of conversations. Again, it just depends on what kind of conversations are this. Are this conversation designed to act like you're robots, because that's unrealistic. It's just not gonna happen. You might as well not go on a date. It's not worth it. It's not worth your time, right? It's not worth your time because you're on the edge already, right? You're very fearful already. You're afraid. You think something's gonna come back and haunt you. Your mindset is literally driven by this part of the statement where this person said, that's how a lot of people end up in divorce. You're driven by that. You're going to attract what you fear the most. I know that's counterintuitive. Okay, I know. All right, but let's keep going. Let me see. Let's see. This person said, "Why are people acting like all these are a big deal?" It's simply talking about any of those. This would kill your relationship. No. It won't kill the relationship. It will kill your ability to show up to the relationship in an authentic manner. It won't kill. There was no relationship. You don't have a relationship. The relationship never existed. If you were leading with, I must know all 17 things on my checklist. If you're leading with that, it's already shot in the foot. It's not going to get anywhere. Okay? You have to keep in mind you're dealing with human beings. You being part of human beings, right? You're going to shoot. It's not going to work. Okay. How do I know? I mean, just look around you. All right. How many people do you know that actually has ×2 this list, but they're still trying to figure things out, right? I guess it's rocket science. It's not exactly rocket science, but if you consider the fact that you're a human being, okay, you move by your emotions, right, and you're actively trying to shoot emotions down, it's not sustainable. Okay. And honestly, I'm not sure if I have an answer for you if you already moved this way. Because you're probably psychoanalyzing everything I'm saying right now and trying to figure out, like, well, that doesn't make sense. I should get to know everything. Like, I know. There's a disconnect, particularly from the results I'm willing to bet, my monthly livelihood. Okay. Maybe it wasn't the healthiest relationship in the first place. Maybe there was no relationship in the first place. Right? Because you can't even start one. Because you need to protect yourself. And you already won by simply protecting yourself. Nobody else is coming into your life. Just protect yourself. You already won that game. If the game is to basically be safe, right, and protect yourself accurately, almost absolutely 100% of the time, you already won. You have to do nothing. Just memorizing this question is just, brain exercise, right? Brain exercise. Overthinking Matt Caro. I don't know what that means, but I get the overthinking part. Just enjoy every process. Does that make you feel unsafe? I can't agree more. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. You're going to find out more than 18 pieces of information if you just enjoy the process. Well, one more thing, work on yourself. There's just some things that won't stand around you if you put all that focus, all that energy on working on yourself. There's just some things are not sustainable around you because you'll be healthy enough. You can't handle abuse. Your system, your overall being cannot handle any form of abuse if there's enough adequate self-esteem. These questions will shoot your self-esteem in the foot and in the head. Okay? And this has nothing to do with what they mean on paper. Again, let's go over it again. Discuss bills, parenting styles, credit. Parenting styles, both of you are probably not going to know what the hell you're talking about. Credit, debt, religion. Nah, that one should be obvious. Like I always said, be careful if you're crossing those lines, right? Those ones you can, by getting to know a person, you can pick that up easily. But like I said, you pick 18,000 more up just by getting to know a person. How to deal with family, right? You don't know what you're talking about if you have this conversation earlier on, unless one of you have some experience, which is fine. That person should also have experience enough to have this conversation in not a way, in a not so robotic way, right? What beliefs will be instilled in your children? Childhood traumas. Some of our parents joined another church while we were like 7, 8, 13 years old. They decided randomly out of nowhere to join another church, or to join another religion, right? So all the discussions in the beginning went to the what. Wait. But if they discuss it, they wouldn't join. No. People change their mind all the time. That's just part of the process. That's life. It's really how you respond to crisis in life. Those are the things that you want to learn. All right. Childhood trauma, sexual expectations, partner expectations, financial expectations, family health history, mental health history, bucket list, dream home, careers and education, political views, right? You believe in Trump? I don't believe in Trump. Let's go our separate ways. You believe in Tinubu, but you're obedient. No, could they work? Let's just keep it moving. Indomie generation, they love deceiving themselves. I can't wait. Let me see. Let me come to the chat. Brother Patrick Mosen texting you. How far? Hello, sir. Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir. Check your text message on WhatsApp. Oh, I sent you a text. Let's catch up. All right. Let's move fresh. What's going on? Chinye says, anyone can have chemistry, but that's not the cocoa of the matter. Yeah, my point actually with the chemistry versus compatibility thing is that what we're talking about is such a vague theme, and people throw them around, and they know what they mean when they throw them around. But usually when you ask the next person what they mean, it's a complete different story. It's another reason. That's why they're dangerous, you know. So I'll just say this, okay? There's one thing you need to focus on. That one thing is very simple, okay? Make sure you're on the same page. That's a moving target. Get on the same page. Get to know the person. So you are following the target, right? If there's chemistry, there's attraction, you follow, right? If there's alignment of values, you continue to follow. While you're doing all of that, make sure you're working on yourself, right? Make sure you have enough self-adequate value system that you're not just gonna fall for anything. If you follow these simple things, you should be fine, okay? You should be fine. But you need to really, we need to get back to enjoying the process, right? We're overthinking a very simple natural process that if you were dropped into the earth, right, in the middle of this planet, and you were supposed to figure it out, you will get with another person. You not go do it and I won't do. You go do life together, right? So now we're getting to know more about ourselves. We're getting educated more, but you need to be aware that that's probably destroying people's chances as well. Not intentionally, obviously. Nobody means any harm, but you have to know that there are limitations, right? When you move so far away from the natural process of things, it only lasts for so long, you know, because it's not sustainable. Like you're overworking yourself. You don't have enough horsepower for all of these extras. Check this one, check that. Mental, do you even know what you're reading? If somebody gives you mental history, right? Could they possibly lie to you? Why would they feel they need to lie to you? It's already overworked. You already overworked a relationship that doesn't really exist. It can't work. But apart from chemistry, no be your mate. It goes beyond that. The baby of the house is taking AP chemistry, not easy at all. Yeah. All of that is it's very vague conversations, and when you're, because the comment says, okay, before you get married. Yeah, before you get married. If you find somebody that you like before you get married, make sure you get with coaching, okay? As at the point where you start to feel like I want to take something serious, you know, engage coaching, engage counseling, engage counseling, and then make sure that counseling involves conflict handling, conflict resolution, okay? Everything else will be tested, you know. But if you have a conflict resolution, if you guys are actively always being on the same page, you're listening, active listening, all this kind of stuff, simple, basic things that people, doesn't sound good enough. Boundaries, expectation. If it doesn't sound like that, they're not satisfied, you know. But that's why not everybody, the majority of people are failing at this game called relationships and marriage. Okay, every single one of these people, they know all the right thing to say, like, oh no, but some of them didn't vet, they didn't check each other's credit. Leave that thing alone. People have good credit and they destroy the credit in the middle of life because they took a risk that nobody could. It's just life happening, you know. But When there's crisis, when you're on the same page, you can get through anything. You can get through anything. Those are the guarantees. You will go through something, but you can get through anything. Okay? So I'm going to say that for now. We're going to move on to the next story. I will be right back. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. All right, while we'll move through today's session. I'll be right back.
Beautiful girl, spoiling everything. I find a beautiful girl. It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.